Mm-hmm. Oh. Got it. All right, let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Motherfucker. Turn that down. Turn it down over here too. All right. Oh. Whew, my aching neck. Hello. That is, I'm having trouble hearing my own voice. All right. Was anyone watching that as I did that? Oh, shit. Hey, hello. Hello, hello. No, I definitely changed the name, so YouTube is doing a big whoopsie. Hello there, Dalek. Hello there, you. Welcome, welcome. Hello. I watched the first two. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What had an anime? What secrets are you hiding from me that I don't know about? God, I hate every frame of this except that one. That's a good one. I'm gonna spend brief warning to everyone here. I'm gonna spend the majority of this fucking stream working on Tails because I've grown an obsessive problem with this particular animation where, God, it's just god damn, this looks so perfect, and then this immediately looks horrible, and so I'm going to spend most of this stream just trying to get on model with Tails. And that's going to be the entire stream, so buckle up. But first, I'm going to promote it on Twitter. Gregory Horror Show. Oh, okay. Yeah. I know that I was the Rayman guy for like 2 seconds because I made a Rayman video. But can I become the Gregory Horror Show guy because I streamed Gregory Horror Show a few times? That would be cool. I would be okay with that. How do you spell minute? That's not it. That's how you spell minute. That can't be it. Minute. Why is minute? When I write in minute, it gives me Japanese results. Why? Okay, yeah, all right. Should have seen that coming. The minute details of a 1990. When did Sonic come out? Sonic the Hedgehog. Tails wasn't in Sonic the Hedgehog 1, was he? Sonic the Hedgehog. I can't believe when I look up Sonic the Hedgehog, I need to specify the video game now because there was a movie. 91, right? Blah, 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 blah. 2D platformers. 91. Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. Mega Drive. Oh, so he wasn't... Okay, so it was just... When did Sonic 2 come out? Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic 2, 92. Okay. Oh. An expansion of what we were talking about yesterday on Steam. I saw they got Battlefront 2, Squadrons, and Fallen Order on a sales bundle for $40. Each of them, I think it's like $20. All right. That's nice. I'll consider buying that. Possibly. I would really want to get Fallen Order. Excuse me. By the way, let me know if I'm too loud or too quiet or etc. etc. If the music is too loud or too quiet, thank you very much. Okay, back to this now. Yeah, no, out of all the Star Wars games that I would want to play, Fallen Order seems to interest me the most, strictly because of hearsay. People have been really talking that one up and saying it's awesome and amazing and it's going to revitalize the franchise or something like that. I've been hesitant about Star Wars games in general, though, which is, you know, maybe a little depressing because one of my favorite games back when I was a little boy was Knights of the Old Republic. I fucking loved Knights of the Old Republic. That I had very firm memories of me sitting at my computer with Mountain Dew that I just got from the store, and this is fucking very real. I have very beautiful memories of being like 15 or 16, having bottles of Mountain Dew, and every night during a specific month of summer vacation, and every single night I would empty that 6-pack of Mountain Dew while playing Knights of the Old Republic, and it was the fucking best. That was one of the happiest times for me because it was so blissful and peaceful, and I was just sitting there playing a game that was pretty dang good. Knights of the Old Republic 1. And ignoring how sad and pathetic that is, instead, let's focus on the fact that Knights of the Old Republic 1 was so great. And then let's quickly turn our attention to Knights of the Old Republic 2 and acknowledge how good it is, despite the fact that it is sadly a half-finished game. I really love Knights of the Old Republic 2, and I feel like I should like it more than 1. 1 feels like more of a actual complete game. It was made by BioWare, the first Knights of the Old Republic, and the second one was made by Obsidian. Obsidian Games is well known for making really, really awesome games, but sometimes being underfunded or rushing games out. And I have no like direct proof of this, but everybody I talk to says that it's never Obsidian's fault when the game is bad because they always try to make it super awesome, but almost always are working with a company that rushes them. I definitely believe that to some extent, though, because there's so many companies out there that try to make something really, really awesome, and then it just gets utterly wasted because the company works them into a hole. Oh, shit. I've just muted my headphones. I don't know why the notification told me that this was GHS, but I see the Fox boy and all the troubles melt away. Welcome, Puffy. Welcome. Okay, totally fair. Squadrons, from what I hear, is really good too, but that is only if you super enjoy ship-to-ship combat. You know, I maybe could. I haven't done enough of it to really know, so that much is up in the air. We could do KOTOR next week if you want instead. Though I think Fallen Order might be more easy to quickly jump into. Yeah, no. I'll just say this now. Let's do Fallen Order. I haven't bought it yet, but let's do that. Because I think, first of all, people will want to see that more than Knights of the Old Republic. And for two, Knights of the Old Republic is really awesome, but it's definitely like a slow burn RPG. So there's going to be a whole lot of me like going through fucking tutorials and listening to people spout a bunch of nonsense at me that people aren't really going to be super interested in. But believe me, it gets amazing after a while. You gotta trust me on this. God, I hope I get copyright struck for this music. It just occurred to me. Poggers. Obsidian's time with Bethesda when they were making Fallout New Vegas was a big example of that. That's another one. That's another big one. People really love New Vegas. I have nostalgia for 3, so I'm kind of hopeless in that discussion, but I will admit that New Vegas is very interesting. The world of New Vegas is very interesting. And it has a fun edge to it. I remember watching a video that was like comparing how they write dialogue in a typical Bethesda game as opposed to a Bethesda game done by Obsidian. And they just write so much more interesting dialogue. Characters have a lot more... I don't want to say characters have a lot more character, so I want to think of a better word for it. But they feel so much more alive and so much more like realized, as opposed to like a bad guy is a bad guy because he's a bad guy. It's like you know. Sometimes I'm at a loss for words when I try to sound all smart and analytical, but I'm not too much of an expert on the comparisons between Bethesda and Obsidian games, so it's fine. Point is, though, I do like Obsidian a lot, and whenever they make a game, I always want to support it. Same way you support any friend struggling through alcoholism. Sucks. You know, I think I actually got the frills down. Oh, God. Okay, yeah. All right. Oh, my... Okay. Okay. These need to be longer. I think that's what it is. Yeah, okay. Oh, motherfucker.
When I select something and hit delete, it goes away. But if I hit delete after not selecting something, everything goes away. I don't want that, not one bit.
Yeah. I gotta figure out how to make room for the thing we discussed, yeah. Hey there, almighty Dracos. Welcome. I am doing just fine. If I recall, New Vegas had writers from Fallout 1 and 2 rather than Bethesda's in-house ones who worked on 3 and the rest. I see. Yeah, I think that's where this discussion becomes like juicy. Like, oh yeah, the original Fallout games were a lot more interesting writing wise, and once we got to 3 it became kind of basic. And while I really like 3 and most of my nostalgia is for 3, I will admit I don't remember a single character or why they were interesting. I just remember everything that makes like Fallout and by extension Skyrim and Elder Scrolls Oblivion interesting. Just that whole exploration, and you can go everywhere and you can kill everybody and all that good stuff, and you can rob people, etc., etc. That's the kind of stuff that I'm very nostalgic for, and the things that I hold on to when I think of a Fallout game. That being said, though, anybody here played Fallout 1 or 2? And if so, are they any good? I really don't know, and I really don't want to play the games to find out. Okay. No. You know what? This is why onion skinning exists. Boom, boom, boom. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Yeah. Oh, I think I see what's kind of killing me is I actually drew a chin on him. In this case, it kind of blends off, but yeah, there's definitely a definitive chin on my boy Tails. Okay, that would help. Rayman is the bestest. Hey there, Cocky. What is up? I love your name. That's a great name. Short, sweet, kind of cool. Rayman is the bestest in the westest. And in the eastest, and the southest, and the northest. But no matter where you're from, all that matters is that Rayman is perfect, and we will never be as perfect as him. And that's okay, but we need to accept it. A big, mighty chin. I still haven't played Fallout yet. It's good. It's good. It's, it's nice. I will say, the things that make it good are probably very dated in the eyes of most people because it built the foundation for how most open world games are. Not to say it's the only one that did it, but it's one of the ones that did it. So going into it, you may feel like, oh, okay, this feels like every other game. But trust me, it was really fucking cool when it came out, okay? Just trust me on this. Oh, I can make it smaller. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay. It's a bit better, okay. Okay. I'll take it. Yes, okay. So the next is this Tails doll that seriously needs to be made. I'm assuming you're familiar with canceled Star Wars games, right? Canceled Star Wars games? No. What do you mean by that? Rayman is the Frenchiest, but he's the bestest. It's true. True that, brother. What if I could turn on Rayman music and not get sued? Copyright holders will just look at it and be like, Rayman, what's that? I'll never play it. And then I will cry. That would be a great way to go to jail, is just trying to get people to play Rayman. Like, try and, like, do as much possible to get the copyright people a hold of me, just to prove that Rayman is relevant enough for copyright holders to send me to jail. Dude, people go to jail for violating copyright? I hear people get fined, but do they go to jail? That's what I really need to know, honestly. I feel like that's going to affect me in the future a little bit more than paying a fine. I guess if you don't pay the fine, then you go to jail. I guess that makes sense. God, could you imagine going to jail for not paying a fine? It just seems wrong. I want a new Rayman game, but it would be weird without Michelle Ancel. Yeah, Yeah. But then again, it doesn't always have to be the original creator that makes something awesome. Sometimes, you get surprised by what they give you. But Michel Ancel was a really great visionary, and he had such a crazy creative mind that, yeah, maybe it would feel strange without him. That being said, though, has anybody ever heard of Kirko Mods? This isn't entirely related to what we were talking about, but I thought I'd just plug him anyways because he's fucking amazing. Kirko Mod makes N64 games right now. Like, he basically made the light sequel to Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. Music is distracting as hell. I can barely think. It's probably not very loud for you guys, but like, oh my god, it's pounding in my ears. Kirko Mods is a guy that like takes assets from N64 games and he'll like put Banjo in Legend of Zelda, but he'll legitimately build maps and set pieces that are completely their own thing. He'll make like levels where you have to collect all the jiggies, and he'll set them up with like puzzles or like game mechanics. Kirko Mod is such a creative guy, and he's made like so many little mods for Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, Banjo-Kazooie, and then he just throws them out for free. So I really recommend him, Kirko Mods. If you guys are interested in the N64 or in Banjo-Kazooie or Donkey Kong or any of like the rare games or Super Mario 64, I think, then look him up. Kirko Mods. He's so cool. Every time he releases a mod, look him up on Twitter because that's usually where he posts his links and talks more about updates. He also has a YouTube. And maybe I'll play one of his games at some point. But he's awesome. I love that guy. Da-da-da-da-da. Abrodo, welcome. If you don't go with Rayman 3 music, you are hopeless. Rayman 3 had some input from him, and that was great. Interesting. Rayman 3 had the least involvement from Ancel. No, that's true. That's true, yeah. Ancel was basically, like, gone. I can't remember the full story, but he was, like, essentially on fucking vacation or something, or, like, doing some other shit. And then he came home, and they were already making 3, and he was like, what the fuck? What? You all made a mess in my home! Get out! Get out of my fucking home! Sorry. But Ancel's involvement in Rayman 3 was very minimal, and you can kind of feel it too. It sort of feels like I love that game, and I still do. I love this game. But it really does feel like a very ridiculous game, and a game that doesn't feel anything like Rayman 2 or even Rayman 1. Like, you had Murphy fucking cracking really shit jokes in the beginning. The fucking Spider-Man 2 audition, as we all remember. 3 was a weird game. I liked it because it was just so, like, batshit, and the combat was pretty good, honestly. But it definitely feels like kind of an... what the hell am I drawing? I'm, like, drawing a little duck. Like, look at this. He's got a little dinosaur finger. Look at him. I'm a hack. Anyways, I'm trying to just bend his finger. I don't need to go too crazy though. That's already kind of weird. It's not a very strong pose, you know? Boom, 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 boom. If I go pow, pow. That's not very strong. Yeah, just make a fist. Just make a fist. Just make a fist. It's Tailsy Bash.
Yo, it's fucking Tailsy Bash.
Hello there, Matthew McComb. What's good? The tone is very of its era. Yeah, that's it. The tone. That's the word I was trying to think of. He was working on Beyond Good and Evil. That's it. He is Doofenshmirtz. He is Doofenshmirtz. I think he outright said he wouldn't have made Rayman 3 the way it turned out if he was in charge. Things would be a lot different if I was in charge, let me tell you. Let me tell you. If I was in charge, let me tell you. Things would be a lot different if I was in charge. Understandable. Completely understandable. He's an interesting guy. Would you, by the way, now that I'm thinking about it, and I really need to stop touching this thumb and just make a goddamn fist already. Now that we're talking about Beyond Good and Evil, would you guys be interested in me like streaming that game at some point? Maybe not today because I'm working, but is that like a game that you'd like to see streamed? I love that game, but I've never beat it. Mostly because I was playing it on the PC, and the PC port is so fucked up. It kept fucking crashing, and shit kept breaking, and oh my god. But if I would play it, I'd play it on the GameCube, because I already have the game anyways, and setting it up on my goddamn PC with whatever mods it takes to make it work is just too much effort. Sure, why not? Hey, alright. I mean team, not twom. How's it like to animate characters in general? Hold on. I wish Legends and Origins had a similar story to Rayman 3. Legends and Origins, interesting. I sort of see what you mean, though. Rayman is... God, which thing do I talk about first? Because it just... And so did at least design on some of the characters for 3. He also stated that he was proud of the final product and the team behind it, even if it was a different feel. I see. So there was no drama, you know. It was just like, oh yeah, boy, that sure was weird, wasn't it? Bop, bop. Okay, this needs to be different. How does it feel to animate a character in general? It's fine, really. It's all about just posing, you know? You draw this initial character is the same way you draw any character, and then you draw them in a different pose. Put it together, and all of a sudden they're in motion. It's also like a lot of sketching. It's a lot of like, ooh, 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 feeling it out and feeling out the motion. One thing that I've always like heard is that if you have any animation software, whether it's Flash or Toon Boom or Clip Studio Paint, which I recommend to everybody, it's a one-time purchase and it's amazing. Some people will say like, oh, press play and watch it play out, and you should. But another thing is to just scrub the timeline and watch the motion as it plays out, and that will help. That will help you see the feel that you want and feel the energy of it. Like, whoop, whoop, whoop. What's also nice is watching it in reverse. There is something like oddly satisfying if you do it just right. But yeah, drawing a character and animating it, it's all just a matter of feeling the flow. And you learn how to create flow by watching motion. Not only watching anime or animations or movies, but just watching flow, watching like a sequence repeating itself over and over and seeing what is so satisfying about flow and about something repeating itself, or about watching a hand open and shut, or watching a fist connect with some fucking punk ass, fucking glass jaw, anything. Look at any satisfying motion and watch it slowly. Watch as the frames go together and figure out what creates that satisfaction. And then look up tutorials, because I'm mostly just talking about semantics here. Talking about every aspect of animation is exhausting. And I have another thing I was going to talk about. How many sketches does every single frame take before you go mental and submit to the void? Yeah, if you want to do animation more as a hobby, that's cool. Yeah. All art is just either a hobby or a job. Although, do definitely draw a line in the sand where you want that to be. Like, do I want this as a hobby, or do I want to take it more seriously? Because if you want to take it seriously, then it's definitely a lot more work, but I feel like it's a lot more satisfying. But that's just me, you know? I think if you want to have fun making art or animations or whatever and just showing it off to people and being like, hey, look at what I made, then that's cool. That's awesome. But in the art community, people really take a lot of pride in their work, and you don't want to get sucked into discussions where people start talking on and on about like the ethics of paying and of copyright protection. If you don't want to get involved in that drama, I totally understand that, and that definitely is there. How many sketches does it take, does every frame take before you go mental and submit to the void? So here's something about drawing and animating, and you know, it's funny that you mentioned the void. Very often you will catch yourself sketching some shit. In fact, actually, let me just turn this off, my good sketches. Let me turn on all of my initial sketches. And so this animation started as, oh, for God's sake. See, even more sketches were turned off. So this drawing started as this. This was the first drawing of Tails that I did. Nice little pose. And in my mind, I thought, oh, okay, he's going to jump up and do a thumbs up. Wait, he'll spin because he's Tails. Okay, cool. So then you draw him like this. And then you go, cool. He is going to turn into that. How am I going to do that? And so I draw him spinning. Here's another spin. Here's another spin. And then I'm like, great, I'm at this point. I need him to get here now. Okay, he's like that, which sort of looks like that. This is me drawing right now. I drew that. I go from here to that, and then I draw one frame that kind of looks similar. Another frame, and another frame. And now we've eased into it, right? But how can I get this to there? And the answer is, it goes by really fast, and so no one will notice. Who cares? And here's the thing, though. And this is why I mentioned the void. I drew this first. Then I drew this. Now, this one, I'm just going to say, is a pretty awesome sketch that I came up with. A little inspired after this, but also a little exhausted. So I drew this, I drew that, and then I drew fucking this brilliance. And then I thought entirely about doing a fucking spin without thinking about how short this clip is. I put in a lot of the easing, and this easing works really well in slowing down the shot. And now I'm here. And so my next move is I could redo this entire motion, sketch everything again, and try and see if I can work it in such a way where he does a spin quicker and you can see the full smooth rotation instead of relying on the fact that it goes really fast and who cares. But this is a Sonic Adventure animation collab that I'm not getting paid for, so I'm just going to live with it. And that is the lesson here, is sometimes it's okay to just let yourself live with some weird mistakes like this. There's really no body between this. What I should have done was a full spin and then another frame of his body turning around to this point, and then this is the slowdown. Because he needs to stop here, raise his hand up, and then strike the pose. But in this motion, he jumps up, stops. I got that. He winds up the spin, and then he's already there, doing that. So that's something in animation where do sketches very light and kind of think it through. Because I did a lot of drawing to get to this point, and it made me just quit and be like, fuck it. All right. Fuck. I'm just going to move on because this is too much work. And I'm making up for that blunder by trying to be, by using this as a way of staying ridiculously on model with Tails, because I think people will appreciate that in the collab. Anyways, that's both a little insight into the frustrations of animating, and also just my excuse to rant about that horribly embarrassing blunder I found myself in at like animating at like 2 a.m. or some shit. Awesome art, man. Thank you, Revivari. Revivaru. I'm sorry. Revivaru. 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 I love that name. That's fun to say. I might be saying it wrong. Orful. Hey, Orful. What's up? The void is just Idaho. Wait, that said Ohio. Idaho. Oh, poor Idaho. Ohio. Yeah, Ohio is, it's a place. My sister used to live there, and she got real bored of it. I'm sure there's some lovely people that live there, though. I know nothing about it. I think great examples of studying motion and animation would be the works of Genndy Tartakovsky, yes, Samurai Jack, Clone Wars, Primal, etc. I could spend hours analyzing how characters and scenes move. Yeah, it's the thing about motion is, I guess I could talk about it with this. Something about motion is what's called, no, this isn't a good example of stretching. Easing. Something about motion is that when a hand reaches and grabs something, it's very mechanical. It's very boring. It's like, if I want to get a pen, I get it, right? But the thing is, when you're grabbing something and you don't think about it, when you're grabbing something, your hand technically is slowing down because it's trying to do the best job it can. There's no way that your body can pick up something like a machine completely because you are a human. So when you grab something, there's always going to be some level of easing where your hand, and you can't see it, but it's there. You are grabbing and stopping for like quarters of a second so that you let your fingers grab onto it. Now, in animation, what you do is literally that. You move from, this is called pose to pose. I made this pose, I made that pose, and then I made everything in between. That's called pose to pose. Now, the aspect of what I just talked about, where you're reaching and then you slow down to grab something. When you're animating, you're essentially working with that logic. When my hand gets to here, this is the first pose, this is the second, this is the third. And as you're transitioning between this and this, you are slowing down the hand until it grabs it. Because robotically, you would like just go boop and like grip it. And see, I didn't even grab it there. Which is definitely part of the example. But yeah, as we move from this thumb to the thumbs up, there's this kind of settling into place feel to it, where his thumb goes up and then kind of drops a bit. And it looks a little strange when I go frame by frame, but when it goes like, yep, it looks more natural. Whoop up, whoop up, and it has like a pop to it. Now, what I was saying before about like, you know, grabbing stuff and picking it up, it's kind of mundane looking. When you do a pose or when you want to do some fun flow, once again, like tapping into like why is fluidity so interesting. When you do a pose like this, you kind of want to have that little pop to it, or at least that's what I do. Everybody has a different way of making their art interesting. But I love the pop, where you just go whoop up, whoop up. When something settles into place with a little bit of oomph. It's kind of a carryover from the days when I did my reviews. And I was learning from people like JonTron and JonTron how you don't just, when you're talking about the video game and you need to put up box art of the video game on screen, you don't just show the box art, you have it zoom in. But when it zooms in, you can't just have it go, you have to have it go boom, like that. That little bit of pop can add to the interest, can add to kind of the energy of whatever scene you're trying to go for. And that's just the kind of motion that I'm attracted to. With something like Gendy, and I won't just say Gendy because he has a whole team, to be fair. The thing with Gendy is he is so very good at character design and moving his characters around with a, oh gosh, I wish I could say this like the fucking poet I wish I was. Gendy draws characters that have like these very nice simplistic smooth lines that move from the head to the toe to the fingers. And when you draw a character that has a fluid, smooth design, they can, whether they're crouching, they're running, or even they're standing, they will always have this nice, satisfying loop, curve, or sharp edge. And Gendy does that so very well. So when you see characters like Samurai Jack, and he's like, the majority of his design is a square head and then a robe that goes down, it's really satisfying because it doesn't take a lot of energy to get everything about him. And when you see him jumping around and whooshing around, it's all the more interesting. So yeah. There's a lot of other aspects to it too. I mean, like, if you make a simple character model and then I have deleted this first 7 times, and I have had it already because I'm not trying to delete it. I'm trying to rearrange it. Something about like simple character design and how it is appealing in animation is probably the concept of stretch and squash. I'm sure anybody who's researched animation knows about the bouncing ball technique, where when you see something moving really fast in animation, there's something called like a smear, because your eye can't totally focus on everything. Your eye actually blurs things out because you don't need to focus on everything, and it will actually make you dizzy and you'll pass out. So in animation, in order to make something look like it's moving really fast, and it's something I should probably incorporate in this animation now that I think about it, there's something where you put a smear going across to illustrate the motion of a hand moving very fast. Now, when your character is really simple, like Samurai Jack, you can really easily stretch and squash him into any pose, and it will look really awesome. It almost looks like Samurai Jack is always in motion. Because there isn't a whole lot going on with this design. In fact, I've always been a fan of simple designs. Anyways, gosh, I'm rambling a lot. Hey. By the way, I bought a commission from you once. Remember that? I do remember that. I did a bad job. I'm sorry. I always think back on your commission, my dude, because I wish I did a better job with it. I was kind of... I don't know. I wasn't very confident with doing commissions at that time. But since then, I've done a lot more, and I wish I could do your commission better, dude. Dang it. Anyway, sorry for rambling about animation and Gendy Tartakovsky for a while. The point is, the things that go into animation are very complicated, but they're really cool. So, yeah. I like drawing, and I like making drawings move. Here's a fun technique that you can also do in your animations. Just select different parts of the body that you've already drawn and move them slightly to add a little extension? To add a little oomph to it. You only got to move it a little bit. You only got to move his fist down a little bit. Well, actually, no, I'm going to move it even more. Stop it. I'm gonna change that glove. Exaggerate. I think that's the word I was looking for. It's okay, man. I still like it. Okay. All right. Well, if you still like it, that's good. Whew. I didn't really understand flow back then. Not like I do now. Now I'm the biggest artist. By the way, I remembered Kaki talking earlier. I don't know if Kaki's still in here, but I remember Kaki saying earlier that we're all hopeless nerds at heart. It's true, my dude. Kaki was saying earlier it'd be interesting to see Rayman Origins or Legends with a Rayman 3 story. Or at least a little more like Rayman 3. It would be... Oh, hey, Kaki, what's up? I can never tell. Sometimes people... You know how it is with streams. You bounce in, you bounce out. But yeah, no, that's an interesting point, because I remember when Origins came out, I was actually disappointed in it. And that's why in my review, I was kind of shaky about my opinion. But yeah, I wanted Origins to be 3D. And I think there were quite a few people that thought similarly. Like, oh man, Origins is fucking cool and everything, but I kind of miss the old days of being in 3D in this cool ass world. And I still kind of feel that way, at least with Origins. The thing is, though, I have a lot of minor nitpicks with Origins that kind of sully my experience. I feel like Origins is more of a concept that would later become Legends, and Legends is awesome. Origins, I feel like, has this kind of thin layer of jank to it. Like, I don't like how every teensy that you get, you have to go through a minigame to save them. I like it so much better in Legends, where you can just pick some of them up in the level, and only the king and the queen, you actually have to go through a minigame to solve them. That makes more sense to me. I did not like any of the tooth mini games. I hated how you just had to run on a fucking track over and over and over again. I know it wasn't, like, necessary per se, but the fact that I saw them so much made it feel like, oh, come on, you gotta do it, you gotta play it, and it just became annoying to see them over and over and be reminded how much I didn't want to play them, you know? Also, I felt like And this is something that, like, I can't fully prove. So maybe it's not worth complaining about, but I feel like the controls in Origins were not as tight as Legends. You know, I don't know how that could be. Maybe what the problem was that the worlds weren't very tight. That could probably be more likely than the controls being bad. But there was a severe lack of flow in Origins. And it just made me wish that we could go back to the days of Rayman 3. But hey, Legends was awesome. I fucking love Legends. And I wish more people talked about Origins and Legends, to be honest. Because despite my minor problems with Origins, I really do love those two. And I wish there were more games before Michel Ancel left us. There's slight changes in the control between Legends and Origins. Yeah. It seems that way. It really does. Also, am I the only one that thinks that precise jumping in a Rayman game just feels a little weird? Like, actually, I guess Rayman... No, actually, I take that back. Because Rayman has the hover. Rayman has that hover hair. And the hover hair can actually make landing a shot even easier. So, no, I take that back. I just feel like I've had so many times where I've gone to, like, jump on an enemy and I fucked it up somehow. But, you know what? That sounds like a me problem and not a Rayman problem. Still, though. Origins jump kick completely stops your momentum, and Legends still carries your momentum in your jump kick. Now that you say that, yeah. I think I like felt that, but I wasn't able to like put into words why it felt weird. Yeah, there was a lot of things in Origins that just stop. Like, and it doesn't carry the momentum. I remembered I made some like horribly shitty joke about how Rayman Origins was becoming a Sonic game. And really all I meant was I really wish there was a Sonic game with vectorized 2D art that felt exactly like Rayman Legends or Origins. And I know I'm not the first, the last, or saying anything interesting when I say this, but I really do think that that would be an awesome Sonic game. Any of those amazing Sonic modders out there that make all the good Sonic games that Sonic Team can never make, maybe try that next. Maybe make some vectorized, cool-ass Sonic game that plays like Rayman Legends, because that would be awesome. That being said, would it be interesting to play a Sonic game where you could kick or punch or do anything but jump on someone or spin dash? Would that be interesting? Because the only game I know of where you could do that was Rise of Lyric, I guess. Every Sonic game I've ever played, you've always done like a homing attack. But punches and kicks, I think, was specifically in Rise of Lyric. And that's it. God, that is a good-ass saxophone. But when I'm waiting... bounce pad here, bounce pad, ba 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 ba. Oh my god. I've never played that game. I never put down money to play that game, and I thank the Lord every day that I did not play fucking Rise of Lyric. Oh dear. Oh dear. Wasn't really known for combat. That's fair. Yeah, I feel like, well, Rayman, the original Rayman wasn't really known for combat either. I know combat was in there, but my point is it wasn't very good. Although, anybody here, since we've been talking about Rayman, as per the usual, anybody heard of Rayman Redemption? The mod of Rayman 1 that fixes a lot, and I mean a lot of problems with the original Rayman? I would love to play that at some point. That would be sick as hell. I have the game, and I have played it, by the way. I meant more like as a stream. Oh, shit. The Pan Man, one more ring to rule them all, one ring to find them, and in the darkness binds them. I need to beat it. What's the purpose of that blue box surrounding the frame? I think I get it, but why? Huh? Blue box surrounding... Oh, this is the camera. Boop, 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 boop. It's just the camera. When you're animating and you have these animation programs, it's kind of nice to know that there's an off-camera area so that you can be like, oh, this thing is waiting for me over here, this thing is over here, and this is out of frame and this is in frame. Like, for example, I can be like, oh, fuck. Boom, boom. It also helps because you do zoom shots a lot, or you want to move the camera. So it's nice to know that things can be like in it and out of it, in it, out of it, etc. That's all it is. It's the camera. Also, hello, Pen Man. What is up? We need to beat it. Yeah, so do I. Weirdly enough, they really fixed Bandland for me, because that's like, you know, the biggest piece of shit for everybody that plays it. But fucking, it's still kind of annoying. So next chance I can, I'm definitely going to get in there and try and get through the rest of Bandland. All right, now which way am I bringing these guys? I'm just going to bend that inward. Thinking I'm going to bring these hairs together. I just remembered it's Friday. It'd be fun to stream. Yeah, I think it will be too, yeah. I gotta play Rayman. I gotta play Final Fantasy VII. I want to play Final Fantasy VII. I want to beat that game. I already know most of that game. It's kind of spoiled to me already, but I do not care. I want to finally beat it because I have gone too far in my life without finally beating that game and just putting it to rest. There's quite a few games that I want to beat, you know? Mostly RPGs. Because I want to get through that story. I want that satisfaction. Persona is another game. That might be fun to stream. But yeah, I don't know. because I already have other RPGs I'm playing. So we'll see about that one. Where's the body gonna go? It could be kind of curved a bit up like this. Like, whoop, 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 whoop. Original or remake of Persona 5? Oh, Final Fantasy. I want to beat the original Final Fantasy. I have yet to beat that game. I've been playing the remake. It's I love seeing Final Fantasy in HD, in 4K, 60 FPS, beautiful clouds, gorgeous eyes staring into my soul. I love all that shit, but it's got a lot of problems as far as story and character. I really do like Jessie's development in the story. I think she's fine. I know people have been kind of giving her shit for being like this weird, overly written addition to the story, and I can definitely tell she was added upon because whoever the director is, I think it's Nomura, just wanted to have more waifu material. I get it. But I did enjoy her story, and I actually liked Jessie a lot in the original Final Fantasy, so I appreciated that. But I heard what they're doing with the remake now. They're putting in some DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake where you play as Yuffie. And that's... I mean, I kind of like Yuffie as well. I don't know about her character too much, but... it just seems so strange to have these additional characters who don't show up in the story for like hours suddenly show up and just be fan service. It's just meh. It's just meh. I can't feel excited seeing Yuffie. I'm not. And I feel like it ruins her later introduction when you already see her now. But hey, that's just me though. I know that Yuffie is a fan favorite. Also, I will admit, I do like her in the Mowgli costume. Is it called no, Mogul costume. Mowgli costume. I still find it very bizarre how the only Rayman game on Steam are Origins and Legends, the original Raving Rabbits. Yeah. Even though Rayman 1 to 3 have PC ports. Yeah, I don't know either. Like, sorry, friend sent a funny thing. Yeah, no, there's like a lot of ports that should be made. There should be a good ass PC port of Beyond Good and Evil, but there really isn't. It sucks ass. I was going to do a review of Beyond Good and Evil a very long time ago, and that was going to be my big platform for most of the review, was that the only good port of it is on the fucking GameCube, and the GameCube is a good console, but like that kind of lastability matters for Beyond Good and Evil. Putting it on the PC means that other people can pick it up. You don't need to, download like a ROM or pirate it or somehow find a copy of it on the GameCube. Like, every port for it is so stinky, and that can really put people off their experience. But yeah, anyways. All Rayman games should be on Steam. It's true. It's true. Anyways, enough about Rayman. I feel like I've been talking about him all day. What is your favorite game? Wow, well, it's Rayman. That's shit! No, it's my favorite game. Shit, I got a lot of favorite games. I can tell you my favorite movie. It's like most of the Ghibli films or Angel's Egg, which is a spooky movie. But favorite video game, gosh dang. I really love most of the Rare games. I love Banjo-Kazooie. I love Banjo-Tooie. I love Tooie more than Kazooie. I love Donkey Kong 64. I love fucking Mario 64. Lots of platformers. Hat in Time. Hat in Time is so great. And any opportunity I can to get people to talk about Hat in Time or just know that it exists, that's enough for me. Because I feel like that had a success, sure, but it wasn't big enough of a success. Besides that, I also love Katamari Damacy. That shit is wonderful. All right, how's that look? All right. Boop. 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 Hey, okay. Let's get rid of the, you know. Boop. You know what I could do? I could bring that thumb slightly down. And then that will also add to the motions. A little subtlety.
It's a little bit of baby subtlety. Mwah.
Sorry. And so, Katamari Damacy is awesome. Katamari Damacy is one of those games I could just turn on, you know? I can just turn it on. I can just turn it the fuck on, dude. And I can just play it. No, but Katamari Damacy has that kind of like simple pleasure. You turn it on, you just play it. It's fun, it's rewarding. It's got awesome music. I just love it. That's definitely a favorite for me. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's great. All the Devil May Cry games. I love Devil May Cry. All the Silent Hill games. I love Silent Hill until it became shit. We don't talk about that. Mine is Rayman Legends. Fair enough. Rayman Legends is great. Don't forget one of Hat in Time's greatest breakthroughs. Mods. No, Hat in Time is really awesome. I should go through the mods for Hat in Time. Can we talk mods? Can we talk mods for Hat in Time? Because I'm not familiar with them. I know about them, though. I know that people are saying, like, oh, man, Hat in Time is a game that you play all the way through, and then you play it all the way through again with mods on. And it's awesome. But I'm not too familiar with what are the good ones. I do know that it had, like, one of my favorite speedrun modes, which was the time challenge minigames. I love that shit. I think Hat in Time is an awesome platformer with really, really good flowing controls. Everything they added to the game helps keep the momentum. And gosh dang, if it doesn't feel good to run around. You know what I'm saying? Tails is a little scared. Tails is holding up a fist. He's about to square up. He's getting a little frustrated with your attitude right now. And then, oh, never mind. Thought he was going to be, but nah, he's okay. Yeah, he's feeling good. You know, there's another thing about animation is don't think that you're drawing too many pictures. Pictures? What the fuck? Don't be afraid that you're going to draw too much. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and it already looks pretty good. So, and drawing 4 drawings may be kind of intimidating on its own, but trust me, it's really not a lot of work. Really, all I did was I drew one drawing and then edited it to make it work. Boom. And if I had more time, I could draw in-betweens. That would make this look a lot more smooth, but for now, I like the motion. I like it. DMC5 is great. Devil May Cry is so tasty, my dude. God, I love it. All right, there's something going on with his nose. God, this one. Oh, God, I hate it so much. Also, the nose is weird there. Also, it's way too small there. Oh, it's too small. It's not coming out enough, right? Hold on. Yeah, no, Devil May Cry 5 is so fucking amazing. I was kind of weird about Devil May Cry 4. I feel like a lot of people were. Devil May Cry 4 feels like a strange sequel to 3, because Devil May Cry 3 was so awesome. Not only in its combat, but in its story. Nero is perfect. And he is a icon. But 4 was so focused on Nero. And I don't mind Nero. You know, I might even say I like him. I won't say it in public, but I'll say it to you guys. But so much of Devil May Cry 4 just felt very weird and stilted. Let's be honest, there's a lot of 3D platformers we would mod the shit out of. Yes, this is including Rayman. Oh gosh, oh god. Yeah, no, any given game with the addition of mods becomes like 300 times more fun. No, I get, yeah, that's the right size nose. Okay, then in that case, this is the wrong nose. That is very wrong. Let's pull that in a bit. Maybe, is this the thing that I squash and stretch? Maybe this is the frame I
Squash and squish.
Oh, I need to draw the tail, too. The tail will definitely be squash and stretch. Okay. Okay. Bring those eyes up a bit. Just keep those baby blues on me, fucker. See, if Jesse said that, then I would buy it. Oh, I'm out of music. Time to find more. Roll the giant dice. Roll the giant dice, you coward. You won't. Oh, Animal Crossing music. Some good-ass Animal Crossing music. Turn it up just a little bit. I'm a firm believer in the phrase, yesterday's mods are the game makers of today. I agree. You know, are there any good, what kind of good 3D platformers are out right now? Odyssey is really good. I was kind of biased about Odyssey. How the fuck that by? I was kind of biased about Odyssey for a while because I didn't like how it kind of overshadowed Hat in Time. But it's a really good game. It's basically like the perfect sequel to Banjo-Kazooie, in that it takes the concept of becoming weird characters in order to solve obstacles and making it so much more convenient because you can do it on the fly instead of going to Wumba's Wigwam or going to Mumbo. The thing with Banjo-Tooie, I love it so much and I have a lot of nostalgia for it, but I'll fully admit, Banjo-Tooie has a lot of fucking walking to different locations to get powers so that you can do things, whereas it's so much more convenient to just have the power. Or, like in Odyssey, just get it from an enemy that has that power. It's all about keeping that flow, that gaming flow, that gamer's edge. Something that I've said for years is to keep the gamer's edge. Something that I've said for years. And I've been saying this for so long that people believe that it's written in doctrine. And that's very flattering, but no, I said it. You gotta keep the gamer's edge. Have you ever played a game called Soul Edge? That eventually was developed into Soul Calibur. But the original creator of the game was me. I made Soul Edge because I get the gamer's edge. Anyways. This is a good thing to say over Animal Crossing music. See, it's a good drawing, but is it Tails? Would Tails do this? Would Tails spin? I don't think so. I'm probably just going nuts looking at this all day. Frembelever. Look, man, you wrote it. We all need to shin on. Hey there, Chili Cap. What's good? His pupils shrink. His pupils shrink. God, there's just something about this drawing that's driving me nuts. What's everyone's opinion on Animal Crossing? Do we got some Animal Crossing fans in the chat? I love it. I was a huge fan of the original Animal Crossing, you know, obviously. But more than that, I played New Leaf and thought it was amazing. And then I played. Oh, wait a minute! I see what's wrong. No. But yeah, I went on to play New Leaf. I tried to get into that weird, like, city game, but I think the latest one that they did, New Horizon, really, like, did it for me, you know? They added all this, like, stuff to it. They made it so dense and fun and enjoyable. It really does feel like an upgrade for Animal Crossing in every way. And I'm glad that it got as much love and attention as it did. I was into it. I feel like the general consensus with Horizon is that it is good, but, and there's like a big asterisk, they were doing good with the updates on New Horizon, and then they kind of just stopped. And I think that's where everyone is at with Horizon now, is that like, oh geez, why did they stop updating this? I kind of get that too. If you've been following it heavily. I haven't. I played it semi-consistently and then put it down and then picked it up again. So I wasn't the type that would get like frequently disappointed in like a lack of updates or running out of things to do. GPU hunting has been interesting. Yeah. How's it been? I made my front lawn look like a junkyard. Hell yeah. Hey man, awesome work as always. Love watching you do your thing. Thank you. I appreciate the love and the support. Thank you so much. I've only played New Leaf on the DS. New Leaf is great. New Leaf was like a memory to me, you know? I was going to community college at the time, and I did not have a license or a car, so I would just take the public bus. My favorite adventure of going on a public bus was when I got hit on by a homeless lady. That was cool. But besides that, I would also play Newgrounds New Leaf. Oh god, I fucked that up so hard. Yeah, no, Animal Crossing New Leaf. Yeah, no, it's really fun. It really is. It's one of those games that's, it definitely was, once again, like an upgrade. And you really felt it, too. Like, you go from the original game to, well, ignoring city life and ignoring Wild West. What was that other sequel to Animal Crossing that came before New Leaf? Whatever it was, it felt like weird DLC, you know? You know that age in console gaming before DLC? Do you remember? Remember the days when you would buy a game and it would feel like a half sequel? Do you remember Super Mario Galaxy 2? And how it is pretty good, but it's also just kind of DLC for Super Mario Galaxy 1. Just, like in any other time, they probably would have just updated Mario Galaxy and it would have been awesome. We all need. Oh, it's the intro song to Soul Edge. Oh, wow. My shitty Soul Edge joke, and I don't know a thing about Soul Edge. Da-da-da-da-da. Man, the car's like mind jumping too much. Oh, sick. When I took the bus, there was a really fat guy in overalls that smelled like peanut butter. Oh. Can I actually tell a story real quick? A nice bus story. I live in Washington, you know, and in Washington, you have a lot of cities nearby. Now, a lot of people that live in cities, they like to do this thing called lying. They like to lie, and they like to say that they love the city. Oh, I love the city. I just love living in the city. And these people are lying. I'm sorry to say it. I'm sorry that I have to say it right here in a public forum, but they're lying. Every experience I've ever had in a city was like a fucking wide awake nightmare, or possibly a circumstance where I thought I was going to get injured or die. I've never enjoyed the city, and I've lived here my entire life. So a lot of Washington I really love. A lot of it I really do like. But the city, no thank you. There was a time when I was on a bus going to my college, and this guy got on the bus. I can't quite remember his name, but I think I'll call him Ernie for now. This guy got on the bus, and he had a cardboard box in his hands. And he was sitting on the bus. He sat down, and he sat in the chair right next to the driver's seat. And I think this guy had some, like, mental problems. It's fine, you know. a lot of the time you will see folks like that just end up taking the bus because of circumstances in their life that just mean you gotta ride the bus, you can't drive a car. It's fine, you know? But the thing that got me was the cardboard box. Now, some people may accuse me of being paranoid, but I saw enough, like, weird stories of, like, fights happening on buses. Luckily, not ones where I was there, but enough where I got a little nervous that someone may come on a bus and possibly do something. Okay? I didn't immediately think this when I saw the cardboard box, but it was floating through my mind. Specifically because Ernie was kind of weird. He kind of sat down and kind of had like big eyebrows. You know what I mean? Like he was kind of looking up, looking to the side, looking down at the box and looking back up again. I was like, okay. I got very distracted, but at the time, I was playing Animal Crossing New Leaf. But the more I saw Ernie's eyes shifting around, the more I decided, okay, I'm going to put this down. I'm just going to see where this pans out. I started seriously considering just getting off the bus, but the only thing about that was the only way to get off the bus, the only exit, was the front exit. Sometimes buses have 2 doors, but in this case, I'd have to walk past Ernie. Now, that was definitely my paranoia talking to me, because I don't know why Ernie would have a grudge with me. But maybe he thought to himself, oh my god, someone's leaving. I need to do something crazy now. All of this was going through my head as I considered hopping off the bus and walking fucking 7 miles back home. But anything would be better than figuring out what was in Ernie's crazy box. And then Ernie made it so much worse, because as he was sitting there, he like cracked open the box a bit and looked in, and he made a face something like, and then shut it. As if to say like, yup, it's there. Mm-hmm. And then he shut it, and I was like, oh my god. What do I do? Do I go over and ask Ernie? Do I say, hey Ernie, what's in that gosh dang box? I don't know you and you don't know me, and I'm not 100% on your social skills, but it is just killing me inside. What's in that goddamn forsaken box? And please don't be a bomb. And so it finally kind of caught up to me. I was a very nervous guy back then. This was when I was 19, and I was a bit more of a jumpy personality than I am now. So I was just about ready to pull the thing, take my chance, and head out and walk all the way home. And then, right as I'm doing it, the bus comes to a stop, and a guy gets on the bus. And this guy looks over, and he goes, Ernie! Oh my god, Ernie, it's so nice to see you! And he sits down next to Ernie. Now here's the thing that I now learned about Ernie. He doesn't talk. That might be, part of his thing, and that's fine, but like I really was kind of taken aback because I never thought about that. Ernie does not talk. So the whole time this guy is saying, Ernie, it's so nice to see you. Man, I can't believe it. Are you riding the bus now? That's crazy. And the whole time Ernie is just like, uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Kind of smiling at him. And it's there that I kind of take it down a notch. But I'm still a little nervous, and I missed my chance to get off the bus because we just took a stop and this guy came on. So now I'm on the bus still, and now I still am stuck here with Ernie and his friend Bernie or some shit. And so I'm watching these two talk, and it's just like, oh, Ernie, oh man, yeah, I started taking the bus because of the and I'm just like so frustrated, like, oh god. They're talking more, but that doesn't make me feel any better. God, I just want to get off this fucking bus now. Jesus Christ. And then Bernie looks to Ernie, and he goes, Ernie, you done some crazy stuff in your day, you know what I'm saying, but what's in that gosh dang box? And then Ernie, he goes, and he kind of lights up, and he's happy, and he cracks open the box, and he reaches inside. And he pulls out a ball of yarn. And he hands it to him. And then he pulls out another ball of yarn. And he hands it to him. I am not joking. This is an entire box of yarn. I guess Ernie's learning how to sew. So basically what I'm trying to say is I'm really paranoid and I hope that I get to see some of Ernie's work someday. I stayed on the bus and I rode it all the way back home, and I've never forgot about that day where I freaked out so much about this poor man who just had a box of yarn that I really hope he knitted into a beautiful rainbow sweater. Oh, and then there was another time where a woman insisted that she was related to me while I was on the bus. And that was one of those stories where, like, you just kind of stop talking and you just kind of let them kind of do their thing. I was very glad when I stopped taking the bus. Oh, also, there was another time where I saw a lady with a tail. Like, not an actual tail, but she had like a fuzzy, like furry cosplay tail. And that's not too weird, actually, weirdly enough, but it did make me want to, like, ask. Like, hey, why do you wear that, I guess? But, yeah, never did that. Never got the opportunity. Furrycon was in town. There you go. Where was Bert? Oh, shit. I missed my opportunity to have Bert come in. I called him Bernie. Ernie was really Eric Andre. God, I wish he did something Eric Andre-esque. Actually, no, I don't, because I feel like I would have had a fucking heart attack. One time I got on a bus with my box of yarn, and there was this kid sitting there sweating out. One time I got on a box with my signature box of yarn, and I was ready to show it off to anybody that asked about it, but there was this fucking stupid, fat-ass, twinkish 19-year-old kid that just kept sweating, his eyes darting around. I thought he was going to do something crazy. What a day that was. I hope Ernie's watching me right now, and I hope that he made something cool with that yarn. Okay, I think that's fine. That's fine. I'll do this one. If I could talk to Ernie just one last time, I would want to see what he made. Should I draw this or should I just take this? No. Let's draw it. Let's draw it. Boom, 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 boom. Shut up, Chili Cat. Oh my god, you're drunk. Can you please sign my yarn? Ernie's always watching those balls of yarn are magic and hold stories of is always watching those balls of yarn. Oh my god, commas. Ernie is always watching. Those balls of yarn are magic and hold stories of people's lives. I knew a kid in school with a tail / furry who also had a death note. Oh. A death note? Yeah. Okay. All right. I did love Death Note. That being said, but oh boy. Yeah, that's something. You know, I knew a kid in school who fucking wailed on me with a ruler one time when I was in gaming club. That was so goddamn weird. High school was stupid, man. Did you have a death note? No. No. Is it in shot? No. I didn't hang it on the wall or nothing. No. I wasn't in it, thank God. Look. Chili Cap, if you're known for anything at all, it's not being dead, if that makes sense. Yikes. You know what? Where would the fist be? Would it be like, it would be like down here, maybe? Yeah. Like, yeah, slightly off camera, and then it leads in. Yeah, okay, I see it now. Yeah, I totally see it now. So something about arms. Little handy dandy trick for arms. Draw the hand and then draw the shoulder. Draw the hand and draw the shoulder and then draw the arm last. Because then you know the beginning and the end. And the road to it becomes a lot easier to make once you know where it's going. That way you don't draw arms too short or too long and you know how to bend it. Because the arm is always going to bend somewhere in the middle. The arm, what do you call it? I guess the bicep and the forearm are always going to be the same length. And the hand is just going to sit on top of your shoulder. Anatomy is really fascinating to me. One thing I've not especially got a grip on is more like cartoony aesthetics. Oh, see? See? Because... See, now that I've actually drawn the arm, I know that I need to change where the hand is going. Because the arm can't be like that. It has to bend. Unless I want it to bend down or up or... No, I think that's fine. Yeah. Anyways, my nickname back in high school was Not Dead. And they would do routine checks like, hey, Not Dead, you still dead? Nope. Ah, that's just like you, dude. Stupid. Where's the body over there? Put it there.
Am I insane? Why did I put the body over there?
Okay. So the fur will go up like so. Oh, gosh. But yeah, no, Death Note was Death Note was pretty good. It's very edgy, of course, and it's ridiculous, of course. It was fun, you know. I had fun with it. It was a fun little time. I will say though, after a certain point, it becomes uninteresting. I won't spoil it here, but like some plot developments go down at like the 3/4 of the story, and then the last quarter of the story gets a little weird. Not necessarily bad, but I kind of wish they just ended it at the 3/4 part of the story. And I think I know what I think you guys know what I'm talking about. A certain somebody does some things that I'm nonplussed about. It kind of wrecks the story. Besides that, though, very fun. Also, it was nice to see an anime that had like a very moody atmosphere. Until that point, I saw like Bleach, which was like kind of moody in its tone, but not in its visuals. It was much more straightforward shonen anime. All right, what the hell am I doing? The shoulder goes up, and so you go up. I know this is from Animal Crossing, but it weirdly reminds me of Pokemon. Never seen it. Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was an anime from, well, it was manga. It was a mid-2000s anime and manga, and it was a fun little romp. I think it was one of the first manga that I fully completed. Never completed Bleach, although I was the biggest fan of Bleach growing up. By the way, question for the chat. Any good, like, Pokemon OSTs that I can turn on? Any specific game that has, like, a really good Pokemon OST? What I'm thinking of right now is Pokemon Emerald, but that could just be nostalgia. I'll turn that one on if anybody has any better ones. Poor old Pokemon. Do people still do the Nuzlocke challenge? That definitely seems like a thing I'd maybe want to do now that I'm streaming more, but I don't know if people be interested in that or not. Soul Silver? A good old days of watching Adult Swim all night. Ah, dude. Soul Silver. Damn, I really loved Pokemon Gold. To me, Pokemon Gold was my first Pokemon game. I got Gold because a friend of mine got Gold and Silver, and he gave me Gold. It's a very weird thing he did, but I appreciated it. We played it at the same time, and oh my god, it was pure magic. Emerald was my first. Oh boy. Emerald was, to me, it's sort of like, you know how people say, oh, Paper Mario's really good, but Thousand Year Door is amazing. That's kind of me with Emerald. Like, I played Pokemon Gold, and it was great. But Emerald was the upgrade. And I'll never forget how awesome that upgrade felt. You could run now. The graphics were fucking gorgeous. And, like, they added so much to the game that it really felt like you were stepping into a new generation of Pokemon. I kind of got that when they jumped to 3D. But haven't really since. I mean, some of that could just be that, you know, I'm not a stinky kid anymore. Let's see. Let's see if this measures up. Oh, Beastars is awesome. I freaking love Beastars, man. Yeah, no, because the only way you could move fast in those fucking games was getting on your bike. Now all of a sudden you could just run? Hold on, wait, I'm the master of my own destiny? Are you kidding me? Yeah, it was crazy. Oh, this is like a medley, right? Yeah. Swag, 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 swag. Yeah, what else happened in Pokemon? Oh, well, I was super into Pokemon Black cartridge. That creepypasta. And the Lavender Town thing where, like, you listen to it and you go crazy. I loved so many creepypastas. Ben Drowned was so fucking cool to me. I know it's all dumb and, you know, baby nonsense, but dude, it was so real to me at the time. I was reading the shit out of that. I remembered when I read the first I don't know what you call it. Post? Article? It was on a website. Forum? I don't know. When I read all of Ben Drowned, I remembered sitting at I was sitting at the kitchen table in my parents' house when I was like, I don't know, 16, 15, I don't know. And my sister had pulled it up to me and said, like, dude, look at this. This cool story about Legend of Zelda. You like Legend of Zelda? I'm like, oh, yeah. At that point, I'd never played Majora's Mask. And so even the idea of Majora's Mask was like a weird, faint, not fully real mystery. And I just started reading the story of the fucking haunted video game. I was like, holy shit. I was so engrossed that I remembered both my sister and my mom trying to, like, tell me something really irrelevant, like dinner or whatever. And I feel like I couldn't hear them. Like, I know that sounds really dumb, but it was one of those things where, like, my focus was completely dedicated to reading, that I was just in another world, just totally zoned out. And after I got done reading it and watching the videos and shit, I was just like, dude, that's amazing. So disappointed to find out that video game ghosts are not real and that it was all just a story. Real bummer, that one, but hey, that's fine. Shit. I'm getting confused. Yeah. Erase all that. Go, 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 go. The ear is over here like this. Like this. Now these quills go together, so, and then they kind of pop out. So should they be really together? I think so. I really think so. faster than who? What else can I talk about? More Pokemans? Yeah, it's weird. Whenever I play Super Mario 64, I always remember the Pokemon anime. It's weird the way your brain associates one thing with another, you know? But it's just the things that you grow up with at the time are things that you're going to associate. Like, for example, whenever I think of Sonic X, I think of Jackie Chan Adventures because they both were on the same channel. Same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! Too. And oh boy, Yu-Gi-Oh! You know, there really was a phenomenon back in the days of cartoons where hypnotism was a really big conflict that villains would use on people. Like hypnotism and being pulled to the dark side. You know what I mean? Like, anybody seen Yu-Gi-Oh! And remember that badass episode where Joey becomes evil because he gets hypnotized? Anyone remember that thing in the Jungle Book where Mowgli gets hypnotized? Anybody remember that episode of Danny Phantom where he becomes evil because he gets hypnotized? Anyone remember that episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender in Ba Sing Se when What's-His-Face gets hypnotized? It happened a fucking lot. And I don't know if any like modern shows do hypnotism as like a plot device anymore. Probably because nowadays it sounds really silly. But for a while, I think people really believed that like hypnotism was like real and shit. Well, actually, that's not fair. Hypnotism is real, but not in the way that like Jet. Thank you. Yeah, Jet. Hypnotism is real, but not in the sense of like, oh, I can make you do anything. It's more like putting you to sleep and then having your consciousness feel kind of lucid. That's my understanding of... Dude, I won! Fuck yeah, dude, I won! Cheers to that. Okay, anyway, so... yeah, my understanding of hypnotism is that you kind of like make your brain go a little lucid, and in doing so, you allow yourself to believe certain things, but I don't know how long or how permanent these effects are. I think people like psychologists will hypnotize people strictly for the purposes of allowing them to open up. But I don't think psychologists can, like, control your brains. That just doesn't sound like a thing that exists in real life. Believe me, though, I really wish it did. That'd be cool as hell. Maybe I don't, actually, because it also sounds scary. Hayden got 3,844. Hold on, wait, does that spell something? ABC, ABCDEFGH. Doesn't spell anything. I have popcorn. Dude, fuck yeah, dude. Popcorn is tastiness incarnate. Popcorn is like joy and love and peace. But more so than that, popcorn's just fucking good, dog. I associate popcorn with movies, which is not a controversial thing to say, but Anytime I have popcorn, I better be enjoying a sick-ass movie. We actually got snowed in a little while ago, and I walked to my parents' house because they don't live too far away from where I'm currently at, but I did have to trudge through the snow. And once I got there, it started snowing even harder, so it was becoming dangerous for me to go and walk home. So I had a nice... I feel so much better all of a sudden. Anyways, yeah, so instead of possibly risking getting hurt trying to get my ass back home, I instead stayed at my folks' house, slept there for the night, and had a nice cozy day in of watching Die Hard 2 with a big bowl of popcorn. Very nice. That was a very good day. I was A-okay with that day. That's an interesting noise. I never heard that before. Chili Cap challenges Hayden to a battle. Oh, I gotta do it right. I gotta be like... Hold on, what's my guy look like? What would be my animation, my battle animation? Probably be something like really tired, like fucking, hold on, I'm gonna bring my monitor over. Just be like... If it had more frames, it'd be like... Who was your team in Emerald? Oh, who was mine? Wait, do you mean like which side was I more with? The Reds or the Blues? God, I'm really bad with names, especially when I'm on spot. Chili sent out Pikachu with a gun. Hayden sent out a gun. His speed's a lot faster, I'm just saying. Even faster than Pikachu, because Pikachu has to load it. Your Pokemon team. Okay, gotcha. I loved fire types. I really relied heavily on fire types. It was either fire or electric. I would start the game with Torchic, and then go from there. In my early years, I was not very smart with my team. I would just level up just Torchic to Combustion, and then whatever the third one is that's not coming to me. And any chance I could get, I would try and get a Growlithe. Now, in Emerald, you couldn't really do that, you know? Like, they wouldn't let you go and get Gen 1 until you got to a certain part in the game, I think. I think later in Emerald, you can get Gen 1 Pokemon. And I think you can get a Pikachu. But in any Pokemon game I ever play, if they let me do Gen 1, I will get a Growlithe. And I will upgrade him to an Arcanine because I love him. And he is my boy. Besides that, I would get... the Slug. Whatever the Slug was, and he evolved into the Snail. I got him. I would run around in the area with ashes so that I could get a... Skarmory? What's the metal bird? I got him, and I loved him. I would mostly work with like fire and dogs, and if I wasn't working with fire types and dog types, I would usually try and work with electric types. Oh gosh, what was the sheep's name? That was more of a thing in Gold. I just sound like an idiot right now. I need to look up a Pokemon list real quick. Pokemon list. This is... one. Emerald list. I need to be more specific. Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. Hoenn deck. Oh, yeah. I remembered as a kid being like, oh, Hoenn. Like Hayden. And my stupid kid self had this goofy ass, oh, yeah. I'm going to get that guy because he's my favorite. Okay, yeah. I trained a Puccina because that was one of the first ones you'd get on top of Torchic. I trained those at like the same time. And by the end, I had like a really high level Mygina. Probably somewhere around like level 80 or something. Along with Blaziken. I trained the shit out of Blaziken before going to fight the final guys. I tried Trico the first time I played Emerald, and I did not like him. I'm one of those guys. I don't like Trico. I do not. Or Mudkip. I like Mudkip, but I never played him. I didn't really like water types getting into it. Afterwards, I kind of mingled with like bug characters, Mareep, Cascoon, all that. Sorry, I meant Wurmple. But bugs never interested me. Tried so fucking hard to get an Abra, but I never could. Until I learned the duplication trick, and then all bets were off. Then I got an Abra, no problem. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of finding him. I'm starting to see the problem here. I mean, I already knew what the problem was, but I thought that I could just kind of dance around it. Shit. Starting to see what that void looks like. It's kind of what that void looks like. It's the void where I know I'm gonna have to redraw something. Okay, what do I have to redraw? Can I be smart about this? Could it be an easy fix if I just put his hand out? Like... Oh, this is a weirdly nostalgic song. It's gonna tell me what this is. Oh. Union Cave. Okay. Spooky. Or no. Ruin of Alf, that's it. Spooky. What else is some good video game music? I'm kind of done with Pokemon music for now. Should I turn on some See, I would turn on some Sonic Adventure music, but I feel like all that butt rock is definitely going to get me sued. So I don't know if it's worth it. Solve the unknown slide puzzles. No. I fucking refuse. Was it slide puzzles to get the unknown? That is terrifying. Soul Edge music. Is Soul Edge music actually good? Like, memes aside? I've never played it. I just know it exists and I know that fun fact about it. When it comes to Sonic music, I'm kind of in an in-between spot where I flip-flop between Sonic CD and Sonic Heroes. Sonic CD, I might be safe. Sonic CD OST. Let's do the Japanese/European soundtrack. Comic Zone OST is also good. Yeah? Okay. I know this. Yeah, I know this. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba. This music reminds me of Ape Escape, the best video game. I love there's this dude's just going, yay! How was the day? Oh, it was fine, chili cap. Let's see, what did I even do today? I fucking slept in because the other day I was staying up late watching Game Grumps Danganronpa like a fool. And I also had to go out and help my my brother move some stuff. It was a hell of a night. Sorry, I need to respond to something. Also, it looks like the stream is crashing. Sorry, anyways. Oh my god, Leia! Yeah! Anyways, okay, I'm back. Hopefully the stream didn't crash. Looks like it's trying really hard to. Say what you will, but Sonic Heroes was actually my first Sonic game, so it's one of the first things that comes to my mind. Sonic Heroes, I think, is like a perfectly fine game. But my first experience of it was very poo-poo, and that is not the game's fault at all. My first experience, the game fucking crashed, and so I bought a different copy. I had it on the PlayStation. It crashed so often, and for no goddamn reason. And then I got a second copy, and it would work, but it would hold on loading screens for literally 20 minutes, and then the game would start. The only reason I waited 20 minutes was to prove a point that it was working, and that it just had a shit-ass loading screen. My PlayStation 2 worked perfectly fine with every other game, but Sonic Heroes, for some reason, was just being a bitch, and it was not a great intro to Sonic Heroes. I've since later played it on better copies and more stable versions, and it's a lot better. It's loads better. It just needs to be one frame longer, but it's so short. Mine was Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and Sonic Heroes was my second Sonic game. My first was Sonic Adventure 2. No, actually, that's not true. My first Sonic game was a Flash version of the Sonic Genesis, Sonic 3. Sonic and Knuckles. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. It was only the first level, but it was on some website somewhere, and it was a Flash version that basically just ported the Genesis version onto a site, and I could just play it. Like how you look up Tetris and you just play Tetris on some random website. It was just like that. Very weird, but I liked it a lot, and I was like, that's amazing. Knuckles is my favorite. I remembered thinking Knuckles was like the bomb back then. And then I played Sonic Adventure 2, fell in love, and then I played Sonic Adventure 1 and was like, this is dumb. I didn't like it. And oh my god, I remembered people really loved Sonic Adventure for a long time. I definitely remember a clear memory of people loving Sonic Adventure for a long time. And then, oh my god, it's like a switch was flipped and everybody was like, God, this game fucking sucks. And now everybody hates it. And to be fair, it's not like some amazing game. But I think everyone finally got some standards and we're like, okay. Some of these older Sonic games are pretty jacked. Heroes, I think, works well enough, though. If we're talking actual playability and enjoyability, I think Sonic Heroes is perfectly fine. What can I do to save this? Yes! I was a fool. I was a fool. I could have done that at high school, but I never thought to do it. Yeah, no, that was how I got introduced to emulators, which weirdly enough, I already played emulators. Wait. What? Damn it, if it could just sit for one more frame, it would be like, yeah. Maybe, do I sacrifice that little pop he does at the end? I don't want to. I guess. You know, and I'm gonna save this, but I'm gonna save this. If I delete this frame, will it full go away? No, it won't. Okay, good. How does that look? It's fine, I guess. The little pop is gone, but no well. It still leads in. It still eases in. Okay, that's fine. Sacrifices have to be made. Now, I'm going to copy this one. Not you. I'm going to copy you. Boom. Okay. And I'm going to make some very minor adjustments. Yeah, no, so that's how I was introduced to emulators, was a friend of mine had a USB with Banjo-Tooie on it, and I fucking stole it from him. It was a shitty thing to do, and I should have just, like, asked, hey, how does this shit work? I should have just been like, hey, dude, this is cool as hell. How'd you get it on a USB? And then I probably would have learned how to do it myself. I had USBs at my house. I just didn't know how that worked. Sorry, I'm in like gamer mode right now. Shit, no. I still love it. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, sure. It wasn't. You sure it wasn't Ultimate Sonic, Flash Sonic? Possibly. I'm not sure what that is. Is that just Sonic Generations? Where are the legs? I've deleted the legs. They don't belong in this world. I could probably put in the legs, honestly. I remember one of your streams you mentioned blah, blah, blah. You do you, that's cool enough. Having played on Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 for the first time on stream, I can see where the appreciation for its ideas come from. So its janky execution comes off as charming to me. Yeah. I think there was a lot of love that went into Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. It's just the subsequent games, they've tried to capture that lightning in a bottle again, and they've tried to reinvent themselves. They've done so much with Sonic, and none of it is fucking working, and it's kind of a shame. I kind of see why people want to stick up for Sonic, because it's not so much... I mean, of course, it's a corporation trying to make corporation work, but it's also like... weirdly kind of like motivating. Like, come on, Sonic Team, you could really fucking do it this time if you just you just do things just a little bit more right? Come on. It's like Sonic fans want a good Sonic game. It's not like, well, okay, some of them do. Some of them are memeing shitlords who want this shit to just further burn for the sake of the meme. But yeah, I think there really is a collection of Sonic fans that just want those Sonic games to be awesome. And you see that resonate when things like Sonic Mania come out, and they're fucking great, and they're made by fans. And you really see that passion and love that goes into it. People are attracted to a good product. Mario Sonic mode. What? Wait, how about... Okay, I could add to this. What if his eyes are, like, real small and he's like, oh! What if he's about to puke and he goes, oh! Whoa! Nah, more of a comic book thing. Oh, yeah. Is that game any good? I know, Sonic, Super Mario 3D Land, or Super Mario Land, or whatever. Super Mario 3D Land. Anybody played that? Anybody think it's good? I know lots of people that are playing it right now, like Let's Players and stuff. Because they got that new Bowser's Fury thing coming out. I didn't play a lot of it, but I don't really have a strong opinion on it. How does everyone else feel about it, though? Likey, no likey? I've been a little weird about Mario games. I only like Mario platformers. That sounds so stupid the way I said it. 3D platformers, that's my favorite Mario games. I've never really been much for, like, the 2D Mario platformers. They're good, but they're just not my style, you know? I do kind of like Mario Maker in like a sadistic kind of way. Please tell me this works, please. Almost. The eyes thing is kind of weird. Maybe they shouldn't be in the same place. Tails has seen things that he can't unsee. Tails has seen his 3D model in the live-action version with Jim Carrey. Tails has seen things that you wouldn't believe. Attack ships off the horizon of Oriris. I've seen... What did he see again? All those memories will be lost in time like tears in the rain. Say goodbye. Olaf.
Whoa, hold on there, babe.
Okay. Getting there. Tails is a big Ace Ventura fan. Ace Ventura. Well done. It's not just game stuff, but Sega is really weird with how it handles Sonic as an IP, just in general, both with games and other media. Yeah, I love the way Super Eye Patch Wolf put it, where it's like, there's always been something kind of cursed about Sonic. Like that one parade float that broke down, or like the weird art for the comics that they did. I don't know. It's just poor Sonic has had such a go. All right, I think that works. Yeah, okay, I can do the full rotation, full arm rotation. Sonic has injured a police officer in real life. How does that look? Nope, shit. Looks like shit. Nope. Nope. Alright, it just doesn't look good. It's amazing the way things look good as a still, but not in motion. Oh well. You know what? Maybe just get away with it being a little too warm. This is Tails, and this is a fucking thought trying to steal his money. And he is telling this thought to be gone. Stupid. This is Tails' babe right here. And his babe is giving him lip, per usual. And Tails ain't got no time for that. She's like, she's like that. She's a beautiful babe. She's just like, I don't have time for you right now, babe. I need to exit you out of my life. I'm a movie star now. Have you seen me with Jim Carrey? He walked up to me and he showed me some of his terrifying art on Twitter, and he told me everything he wanted to know about politics and other things I do not care about. And then I told him, can you please just talk through your ass like the good old days? Good old Jim Carrey. I still like him. You know what? I'm really restricted on time, so I just can't make this the way that I want it to make it. That's fine. The thing is, you'll get it. We believe in you. Thank you. The thing is, let me show you what I'm working with here, like what I'm actually trying to do here. How do I turn the whole thing off? Yeah. Okay. What I'm actually working with is this bit from Sonic Adventure 2. Tails jumps the fuck down and then goes, yay! And that's it. That's it! That's all I'm working with. And so I wanted to make it more interesting than that. That's it. It just goes, yeah, that's it. That's all he does! So I'm trying to make this more interesting than it is. But I think what I'm going to have to do is go back through this and give it more frames and make it like a little bit longer. And then I can release that one publicly. For now, though, I need to clean this up, color it, and just be done with it already. I have a lot of other animations I want to work on. Oh, the tail! Still needs a tail. Well, well, well.
You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to help you since I know everything you're going to do. Strange, isn't it?
Who else kinda sorta wants a British Sonic? You know what I mean? Ty the Hedgehog is the dream. Ah, shit. I guess that is just exactly what I'm describing. Joe Ripper!
Okay, good old Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. It had like one good game, and that was enough for me. Listen, Ty was like perfectly fine, but it was never going to beat Gex. Shall I turn on some Gex music? Let's turn on some Gex music, gamers. Chili dog? Nah, mate. I got my snag right here. I was thinking, oh yeah, Scottish, and then I did like a fucking Wisconsin accent. Eater, mate. Is that Wisconsin or is that like Canadian? I don't know. God, I love this pose so much, but it is so underutilized. It would need to be like, that shot would need to be held for like 3 more pauses. Like 3 more frames. Or not frames. It would need to be held for like 9 more frames, really. Look, whatever. Whatever. I work with what I can work with.
I turned on Gex music as like a joke, but this is actually kind of jamming. Bubsy had more of a chance. Oh my god, dude. Play Gex with 100 Gex. To be honest, I'm happy Ty's been given a second chance, and it seems to be paying off. That's super lucky for such an obscure series and developer. Honestly, I think that Ty, like, there was something about Ty that people liked that just kind of resonated with some people. They just felt it. They saw what other people felt at the time. It could have been the design. It could have been just the character itself. I really think it was the character and the fact that the world kind of felt fully realized. And I think it was the gameplay, like the idea of like the boomerangs and the multiple boomerangs and like. I'm really vibing with this music. Like no bullshit whatsoever. Whatsoever. Excuse me. Speaking of Tasmanian Tiger, like this fucking music. Don't take career advice from Joe Piscopo. It's tail time. This is like a joyride in JFK's mobile. This is like a bar mitzvah in Art Carney's work boots. Hey Lois, remember the time? Hey Lois. Lois, do you remember when I was in a video game? Lois, I just woke up and had the craziest dream.
Gex, go back to sleep.
That's my Lois.
Gex, go back to sleep.
I can't shake this, Lois. This strange feeling like I was in a video game. I was hilarious too.
Gex, you're speaking nonsense again. Go back to bed.
Hey Lois.
Don't you dare say it.
Hey Lois.
Don't you, I swear. This is the last time, my love. Don't let it go to waste.
Remember the time?
Ah!
See, this is what happens to animators when they sit in a room all day. Hey, Lois. Hey, Lois. Hey, Lois. I know you're in the house somewhere, Lois. It's me, the evil Peter Griffin. And I've come with a threat. Lois, if you don't listen to my funny bits, I will be coming for you. Lois, remember? Remember the good old days, Lois. Do you remember the time? Oh, what am I fucking doing? Okay, how's that look? Okay. I think that's good enough. Lois, I know you've changed the locks, Lois. I know everything you do, Lois. I'm 7 steps ahead of you and you have no idea what I'm thinking right now. How much Family Guy has everybody watched today? How does that look? You know, I think that fixes it. I just upped the frame rate on the spin, and then that kind of, okay, that gives me room to, okay. Yeah, if I do everything in threes, it creates kind of a problem, but okay. Whoop. Whoop. Okay, so I just need a little, just a little frame right there to Or not that exactly, but like, yeah. If I just duplicate that, put it over here, my god. Hey, Lois. Lois, remember the time when Hayden went fucking crazy trying to get this stupid Tales of the Fox animation to work? That was funny. God, that made me fucking lol. Hey, Lois, you remember the time that I wanted to scream? What? Peter wanted to scream, but he couldn't. Peter opened his mouth and no noise came out, and that was honestly the scariest part of all. You know what? I think I've cracked the code, though. I think this is it. I think I might have figured it out. Accentuate, that was the word I was thinking of like 3 hours ago. Okay. Okay, and then follow this line to get to this point. Okay. Cleanup is gonna be literal hell on earth, but that's I don't even care about that at that point. I just want this to look good. Get every frame in there? Yes! Yes! Okay. Oh my god, yes! We got it, boys. Fucking Christ. Oh, that actually does look pretty good. Yeah! Woo! Oh my god. I'm gonna eat the rest of my nuts. Mmm. Mmm. Whoop! Oh, whoop! Oh, it looks great. Yes! Alright, and now just for the cleanup. Woo! Okay. God damn. Yay. I'm fucking done with the shot. Dang. Damn, this took forever. Okay. I'm happy with that. I'm real happy with that. Hell yeah. Okay. It's all about trial and error and believing in yourself and fucking making shitty Family Guy jokes. That was the thing. As soon as I made the Family Guy jokes, then my neurons activated. I think that there really is something connected to that. And it's that I'm fucking stupid. All right. We are set. We are done. I'm glad that I figured it out on the spooky Gex music. Spin me! I didn't realize what you were doing, Sandwich Comics. Spin me! Okay. All right. Hopefully this stream isn't cutting out. It looks like it is. Well, before the stream cuts out, thank you guys for watching, as always. It's giving me really low bitrate, which I do not get. Oh, we're all done. Take a look, Chili Cap. Boom. Whoop. Whoop. Boom. Whoop. Whoop. Boom. Yeah. And everything just flows together. Oh, it took a lot of effort, but fucking Christ. I'm happy with it. I'm out of here, folks. Peace, everyone. Love you, respect you. Thanks for stopping by. Next time I'm going to stream a game. I don't know what yet, but yeah. Thanks for stopping by. Love y'all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.